So as we head back to the office, we're not the only creatures that are going to have to make adjustments. Our pets have had us around for the last 18 months, and they're going to need to get used to a new routine. Pet trainer Joey Iversen has a few tips to start right now, as well as how to tell if your pet is distressed.
It will be difficult for some. Some are going to say, the house is finally quiet and I can nap.
Yeah, the cats are like, it's finally my domain again.
Right. And actually, our dogs are a little bit of that mindset as well.
Really? Interesting to know. What are some changes that we can start making right now?
So a dog that has some familiarity but hasn't really been separated from their humans for a while, we want to start making that a regular practice.
Okay.
Even if the family needs to go for a walk and leave the dog at home. So I've been doing the pandemic puppy situation, and I regularly crated him for about an hour at least every day. And that's about 3 times a day, even though my husband is actually full-time working from home. So I wanted them to definitely have that skill of being able to be alone.
So that's important. What about activities? I mean, are there activities we can leave for them when they're bored?
All those interactive toys and chews and Kongs are really great for helping build independence. But for some dogs, they don't eat when there's no one home. Fairly common. That doesn't mean they're in distress necessarily, but those are good things to use for building that independence. So if you're going to start going back to using a crate when you're not at home, then have those things in the crate where the dog can be separated from the people.
Got it. Do pets feel stressed like we do? And what are signs of a stressed out pet? I know I had a cat that was losing hair once, like more than usual.
Right. Yeah, our pets really are sensitive to our emotions. Depending on the levels of stresses that each household situation has endured, our pets are going to feel that and they're going to respond to it. And they're going to have some stresses of their own just with the big changes. So we're going to be looking at yawning. That can tell us that a dog is a little uncomfortable. If it's at a time where they haven't just woken up from a nap or gone on a long walk. Lip licking, often an indication that they're feeling uncomfortable. If you are on a surface where you're noticing your dog's paws are not wet from swimming, but they're leaving paw prints, that means they're sweating from their paws, and that lets you know that they're feeling a little uncomfortable. In the moment shedding is something that also tells us that they're feeling uncomfortable. Tucked tail, pinned ears, drooling sometimes can tell us that a dog's uncomfortable.
Wow.
If there's not a steak in front of them.
Yeah, right. Steak withstanding. What can we do to lessen these anxieties?
Having some good exercise. Now there's exercise that's not necessarily calming, and that's sort of the classic fetch is really not a calming activity. Doing a sniff walk is a great idea. There are certain things that we can add to their environment, and that's the adaptable diffuser. Easy to get. You have the feel away for your cat.
I have that for my cats. It's great. It actually helped. My cats were fighting, and someone suggested that, and it really helps.
Yeah, it is the chemical pheromone that the mother dogs produce when the puppies are nursing, and really does add a calm. There's a collar. There's also sprays.
I don't have a dog, but if I did, when I came home from work after a long day of finally being separated, what's the appropriate thing to do when you get home?
So having a routine that fits the size of the dog. Obviously, I've trained them. They do not jump on me, but they really have a fairly exuberant reconnection, which is fine. Yeah. More often than not, I've been gone training other dogs, so I'm almost like the best fire hydrant ever when I come home.
Yes. Sure. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. If somebody feels like their dog is really having struggles, even before going back, now is the time to be aware, check that out so that you can potentially some med support to really be able to help them and get that intervention prior, and even reach out to a positive trainer to help you out in transition.
And we'll have a list of stress symptoms to watch out for on our website, so go check that out.